Hi guys, welcome back to Tamara Talks Tarot. It's so nice to hear back from you guys about whether a message resonates, and I love that because I do this. I have a passion for tarot, and B, I really want to help anyone and everyone as much as I possibly can. I love spiritual advice being given to me and spirituality as a whole. We all have our own way of incorporating that into our daily lives. And, we all do what works for us in our own way. And I just love that I can include others into my tarot practice. So here we go. I have two decks I brought with me here into the next room. And I think I'm going to go with, I love this unicorn deck, by the way, the Celestial Unicorn Tarot. It's a new release from Llewellyn. Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to go with the other Kin Tarot, though. I've been feeling drawn to this one. Okay, we're going to do a timeless reading and see what comes out for the collective, please. Strength, and we are in Leo season. Okay, strength is ruled by Leo, the lion. It's about grace. It's about tolerance, patience, unyielding, unwavering tolerance, patience, and understanding. Just because you can use brute force doesn't mean that you should, right? Okay. Four of Pentacles, this came out yesterday. If you saw my reading from yesterday, okay, interesting. Somebody is very much into themselves, all about material gain, feeling that sense of possessiveness, and not really all that interested in letting others in at the moment. Okay. More clarification, please. Oh, that was quick. Knight of Pentacles again. Oh God, I love this, guys, because this tells me, this basically solidifies the energies that keep coming out. It reinforces the fact that these are the energies at play, and it seems to be a common thread here. So the Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady wins the race, I always like to say. Very focused on the task at hand, doesn't let much get in their way, doesn't allow much to take away their focus, their concentration, or distract them. So that makes perfect sense with the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles doesn't have to be a bad thing, right? Like, there's a time and place for everything. Maybe now is the time that you have created those boundaries, put up those borders, and you said to yourself, this is what I'm going to focus on right now. I've always been all about other people, taking care of and looking after others. So now it's time I do that with myself, right? Like, I'm going to focus on what's going to bring me a sense of fulfillment, right? Material possessions, monetary gain, it can't buy you health and happiness, but it certainly can help living your life every day today. I mean, who's kidding who? You have very little freedoms without some financial stability, right? So whatever your priorities are right now, you have to know that they are put in place for your highest good. And it's okay to pamper yourself, to spoil yourself, to put yourself first and make yourself, what is that? The forerunner? No, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like, basically it's okay to have everything centered around you, especially if you've been the one who's always bending backwards or bending over backwards, and nothing's coming out the way I wanted to today, for others. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Strength, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Two cards came out. The Tower and Judgment. Ooh, this is a doozy of a pairing. Both two major arcana cards. Strength making 3. This is okay. So the universe is throwing you a curveball. Possibly. Now I'm okay. The more cards that come out, the more I can piece things together and see a fuller picture. Possibly this hasn't been working to your advantage. Possibly, right? Like maybe you've been going too slow. Maybe you've been fixating too much on the things that aren't going to bring you long-term lasting happiness. Possibly, right? This resonates, you'll know. You just know when it resonates. This is your higher calling, Judgment. This is facing yourself in the mirror and making a really major decision. Like, am I going to continue going on the way things have been going? Or am I going to make a drastic change that's going to ultimately benefit me? Okay. The Tower isn't really giving you too much of a choice. So this happens, this Tower moment can cause a bit of chaos and discord, definitely. It's not always doom and gloom. It can be like this major, massive epiphany, right? Like this breakthrough moment. The Tower comes in when you haven't done enough for yourself to help yourself along. The universe has to step in, okay? They see you struggling. They see that you're not being fulfilled, that you're not feeling completeness and happiness or feeling the way that you deserve to feel. And so the universe steps in and ruffles some feathers and brings about massive change in order for other things to start kind of taking over and getting and clearing out the clutter is what I'm trying to say. So for Judgment, this is like this egg here. Okay, this is a beautiful new beginning. But this isn't like you've just been born in the sense of you're an infant again, right? This is now you are aware of what didn't work, what didn't serve, and where you want to go now, right? Like based on past experiences. I believe experience is everything. I always get so frustrated, when you have your resume and it looks great, everything looks wonderful on paper. And I'm not saying, higher learning and going off and studying and accomplishing and all of that's amazing. But it's not everything because it's about that hands-on experience, getting in there, working with different people, trying different things, failing, learning, making mistakes, getting back up and doing it. Like it's the experience, right? That's what's really going to get you ahead in life. All that other stuff is amazing, because it's that in itself is experience and it certainly can help get you through the door, but it's not everything, right? And it's not for everyone. Okay, let's further explain the Judgment in the Tower, please. The Judgment card. Temperance. This is interesting because, okay. The Knight of Pentacles is about taking your time, slow and steady. It's a knight, it's going places, but it's not the quickest or fastest moving energy by any means, unlike the wands and the swords, right? It takes longer. In fact, the Pentacles suit takes the longest, months, years. Temperance. Temper everything. Find balance in your life. Find balance. Don't go too slow, don't go too fast. Find something that's going to work for you, that's going to keep you sane and keep you focused, but also allow room for other things that bring you other types of fulfillment. Okay, so temper that judgment. Be aware. Temperance is very much about working behind the scenes. It's about admiring beauty in everything, in everyday life, in everything you do. It's about, I love temperance for art. So it's also about taking in your surroundings, maybe going somewhere to enjoy an artistic art form of some kind. It doesn't have to be in the realm of paintings. It could be music. It could be, whatever it is, sculpting. You're not wasting time, you're biding time, but you're you're filling in the pieces. You're doing things that are going to bring you closer to your self-realization. So the Four of Pentacles could be really honing in on the things that bring you joy. It could be taking a class that, like a hobby, something that you've been meaning to do that you've been putting off, and now it's time for you to focus more on yourself, right? Okay, one more card for Judgment, please. Oops. Nine of Wands. Okay, it hasn't been easy. It's been an uphill struggle. You've been the warrior. You haven't backed down. You're pretty beaten up, metaphorically speaking, and maybe more than that, but I hope not. But as you can see, this frog is in a physical state of injury, and it's still standing with its sticks, alongside its sticks, and it's still ready to ward off the next intruder or anticipating the next. Maybe it's weary, and maybe this is mostly like paranoia that's set in from the struggle it's been through, and maybe there isn't really any more to go. It's just like, because the 9 is close to 10, it's almost completion. But just hang in there. Time is on your side, because Temperance again is another major arcana, like Temperance, Judgment, the Tower, Strength, right? Temperance, whoop, sorry, Judgment, I'm throwing Judgment around. The Tower, I can't pick up the Tower. There we go. The Tower does not want to be controlled. And Strength, right? Those are the 4 major arcana cards. Those are huge, right? And out of 7 cards so far, 4 of them are without the earthly realm, like out there. So the universe is definitely biding its time. The universe is going to present to you when it's ready to. It's going to come as a bit of a shock, maybe not an overall surprise, especially if you've been feeling discontent or dissatisfied in your life with your life lately. If you've been feeling like, you know, it's you against the world. If you've been feeling like you've been dealt a hard hand and something's just got to give, and you know, maybe you've been collecting, you've been saving your money, and you've been, you know, following the rule book to a T, and you've been doing everything as you thought you should be, and still there isn't enough to really glean from everything that you've been doing, right? And you strength, right? Like that's what it's saying. Just hold in there. Hold in there. Okay? You are the warrior of your story. You need to hold in there, because big changes are coming. Really big changes are coming. Let's get a clarification, please, or a clarifier for the Tower card. A clarifier for the Tower card. What Tower moment is this? Like what? Tell me more, please. Okay, 5 of Cups. Okay, not the happiest, but, even though this is disappointment, and even though something has ended that you probably can't get back, would you want to? So this is looking at, oh, I have to shift. I always sit and then my leg goes numb. This is looking at, sorry guys, it's like super hot outside today, and even though the air's on, I'm like, whew. This is about letting go of what's broken and looking ahead at what is still to come. So instead of the traditional cups, we have 2 eggs. So maybe the babies didn't make it, very sad. But then there's 3 here that have yet to hatch. So she has to nurture those 3 eggs. You can't negate what is still there. You can't, what am I trying to say? Ignore, or like, you still have responsibilities, right? You still have responsibilities, and it's okay to hurt, and you need to do what you need to do in order to get through that pain. That's a pretty intense combo, the Tower and the Five of Cups. Let's get some more insight, please, on the Tower and Five of Cups. More insight, please. The Four of Wands. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, you're clearing out space for a happier home, for just a happier family, a happier network of friends, a happier life. The Four is beautiful. This is about a solid foundation from which you can build. So basically, what I'm seeing here, keep going. Do not stop. Your strength, your inner determination, your sheer will is going to be what carries you through. Do not give up. Don't be so hard on yourself if something hasn't been working. The universe is going to let you know what you need to let go of. Sometimes we're in the thick of it and it's so hard to see what we need to let go of, what we should be working harder towards. Sometimes we just lose complete sight of the end game, of the end goal, and focus and everything. And it just, nothing makes sense anymore because emotions override. I'm looking here in the spread, there's one Cups card. You know, after the disappointment comes the catharsism that comes with also after the Tower moment. It's a cleaning out. This makes perfect sense. Cleaning out. And then the Four of Wands comes and it's like cleaning out, right? You're getting ready for an amazing celebration. So you're getting everything tidy, clean, in order, and ready for the next phase. This is a massive cleaning out. That's what this is. And if this resonates, you'll know how that resonates with you in your life. This is a cleaning out. This could be letting go. This could be holding on too tightly. So I know I've said this could mean a few different things in this reading. If you're still here with me, please take only what feels true to you, okay? This is a cleaning out, but I really do feel that you've just got to be the warrior. Keep strong. I know maybe you've been saying, I've been doing that. I'm trying. Just keep doing it. The universe has a way of showing you, working behind the scenes. Temperance, even though it's not like an action-oriented card, it's a very spiritual card. Very. You have your guardian angels protecting you, watching over you. And Judgment, I mean, this is going to be a breakthrough. This is going to be like, you're not going to look back. You're not going to look back. Whatever the pain is that you've been enduring, whatever you have to let go of and say goodbye to, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be well worth it. Yeah. It's going to be, you're going to reach, at the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. You're going to reach this newfound wisdom, emotional completeness, okay? You are going to be so much wiser because of everything you've been through that you're going to be like this beacon of light for someone else. Okay, let me know, please, if this resonates. This is my longest video yet, so I do apologize for rambling, but I really wanted to get that message out, and I hope that it resonates. Please let me know. Hit like and subscribe and support my channel, and thanks, guys, so much, and I'll see everyone very soon.